guess the question is not, can you fry salad? It's, should you fry salad? Hello everybody, it's Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Today, we're going to be doing a lot of frying. Ow! God, this is a £9. Genuinely, this cost me £9.
Cheapo.
Mini deep fat fryer. How is that even possible for something to cost £9? We're going to test this out today. I'm not a massive fan of frying, as you know. I mean, I have been using the wok, but I find them a little bit like dangerous and scary. Whereas if I've got like a little pocket one like that, that's only £9 and it works, I might kind of keep it. It seems like a bit of a bargain. So we're gonna do some crazy frying recipes today. I'm feeling a little bit guilty, so I did this. Yeah, I went to the shop and bought a salad in a bag. So once I'm done making this video with all the fried food, I'm gonna probably eat this salad. Right, so we'll open it up in just a moment. We're gonna do 4 recipes and one of them I'll need to start in a moment. So I've gone for some of the nice sort of classic ones I've always wanted to try and one quirky one. The last thing we're gonna make, which needs the most prep, in fact I did some prep last night, is fried ice cream, that classic. And we need some cornflakes. Is it me or is this like the smallest cornflake box in the world? It was still like the price of when they used to be enormous, like only a couple of years ago. And whenever I say this, like I open this up, and I might be wrong, hopefully they've done it for packaging. Let's see the height difference. Look, probably about 1/3 of air. And again, some people will be like, yeah, but you need that. And I'm like, no, I remember the days where it was like right up to there. There's still air in it. I don't know, a bit of a rant. We're gonna whiz up some cornflakes. Bit like making a burger with breadcrumbs. As fine as we get these cornflakes, I'm not saying you put cornflakes in your burger, but by the breadcrumbs, they fill the teeny gaps. And by whizzing up some biscuits, gives you fine crumbs like this, which means it will get in every single gap. The critical thing to making fried ice cream is to make sure every one of those gaps is covered. So we add a teeny bit of sugar in, obviously sweeten it, slightly caramelize it, but also again, really fine crystals. And we've got to work really fast with this. This is a scoop of vanilla ice cream that I did last night. And it's important that when we fry it, that we get it super cold, which is why we're doing this now, but actually cooking it last. So an initial cling of it on there, and it's not gonna do much. We then, just like when you're breading other things, dump it in the egg to act as a glue. Ah, it's really cold. But you have to really make sure it's completely covered or it won't work. So you can go in again with the egg. Again, shaky, shaky. Ooh, straight in. I mean, you can keep doing this. You can have like a quadruple crusted ice cream blob. Really happy with that, fully covered. It's gonna go in the freezer right for the end of the video because the harder that is, the better chance we've got of it actually working. I haven't actually opened it yet, so I don't know how much is packaging and how much is the actual fryer, but it's got a capacity of 1.5 litres of oil, which is actually pretty good. And I love how it's just got a logo that says, easy to use. Brilliant. The temperature can be continuously regulated up to 190°C. Hot. A large viewing window made of safety glass is in the lid of the fryer. That's amazing. Which allows the frying process to be checked at all times. I think that's going to come in really handy for the ice cream. And as you know, I get kind of scared when I'm frying. I do lots of but a basket one does help. I just don't like some quite greasy leaving it around your house. If it's a mini compact one, easy to wash, I don't mind it. My favourite thing to fry is actually beard battered fish. But I generally do like air frying. And I know what you're thinking. Can you get an air fryer? I'm a step ahead. I've got one on the way. I found a super cheap air fryer, so that video will be coming soon. Let's get it out of the box. This is the same company, by the way. It's from Aldi. They did a few other gadgets recently we've done, including the sausage roll maker, which was hilarious. Look at this. This is quite good. It's like the shape of an ice cream maker, actually. See, $9.99. Absolute bargain. Okay, is this the front? Where's the front? Is that the front? Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. That was like a DeLorean moment. This handle, what they decided to call a cool touch handle, is possibly the lightest plastic I've ever, it doesn't feel safe at all, okay. It's got a little groove here. You see that lip? Once it's frying, you can sit it in there, and that is gonna sit there quite nice without much movement. But then, like most fryers, it's got that lip there where I believe we'd probably be able to sit it there. Okay, so it will drain off any of the excess oil into the fryer again. The only problem is, yes, we don't know minimum power, and then we've got 3 dots. I mean, what does that even mean? I mean, is there nothing going on between there and there? What is that? To be fair to it, the dots do actually have temperatures. This is great. So 2 dots is 170, 3 is 190, the max it goes. 150 on one, and anything between this region is around about 130C. So that is good. Quite a bit of control there. I'm quite happy with that. The other thing is it does have a little indentation here with an arrow pointing out. So just a slight groove here so that you can tip the oil out once you haven't used it away and safely and reused for another day. Anyhow, the first recipe I want to try is something I've wanted to try for blooming years. Deep fried Oreos. I have got 1 egg, 2 teaspoons of oil, a pack of pancake mix, and I want to try and get a fairly thick batter. So what I'm going to do is slowly add the milk in and work through. I mean, this is too thick, I can see that already, but I don't want it to be too droopy. I want it to cling. So I've got a pack of standard Oreos, but then I thought I'd be a little cheeky because these are Oreos that are sealed in chocolate. Oh yes. So let's get going. We'll push that open. That is really, really fun. It will never be this clean again. We must revel in this. So I've just added in my oil, and actually it does need to go right up to the full whack. So we're pushing it immediately. In the words of Back to the Future, batter up, muck fry. Maybe there is a hidden frying message in Back to the Future. Anyhow, all we're doing is waiting for this red light to go out. That will mean that it's up to that 190C and we can start dunking. Oh! That's frying all right. There was another recipe. There was a place that actually fries pizza, and it's not actually the whole pizza. They do the base fried and then they put the toppings on. I would rather actually just fry a whole pizza, but it wouldn't have fitted in here. I chilled this batter as well a little bit, just to firm it up even more. And it is quite thick indeed. Look at this. And I know I said I wanted to start with the least messy. I have a feeling that this might be one of the worst, because at least the fried ice cream is going to be rigid. This could droop into the basket. Damn. Right, here we go, folks. Let's be careful. Sit this right in. Are we ready? Can we get anything through that viewing window? Yes, we can, folks. Look at that. Outstanding. It's been a minute and my house immediately already smells of a British fish and chip shop. That's fine. It should only take a minute or two, so I'm actually going to pop the lid open. Oh my gosh. Oh. They are done. They've joined us one sort of big quadro Oreo. Oh no, look at that. That was my fault. That was not the fryer. Nice clean oil. It's just the basket. I'm so happy that I can reuse the oil. Ah, look, they're falling out. For reference, actually, the chocolate covered ones were the ones where the bottoms came off more. So ice and sugar. What a start. I think I put a bit too much icing sugar on the top of that one. Definitely best served from the fryer still fresh like that. It's that warmth. There's a little bit of gooiness in the biscuit. Still some crunch, but it's softened it. It's creamy. Basically a very cheeky donut. Wow, well, despite my coughing fit, that is an amazing start. My oil is so clean now. I get to reuse it. Now, before we do the quirky one, we're going to do a recipe that I've always wanted to do as well. Fried mac and cheese bites. Last night, as well as the excitement as rolling up some ice cream and freezing it into the sphere shape, we also made some mac and cheese for the family for tea. And this is some leftovers that I had that I've kept in the fridge and doesn't look that appealing. But it's quite rigid, and if we add some more cheese to it, so about 100 grams as a 200 gram block, we do have to freeze this. So I'm just going to try and get this to cling a bit more. I've got the tubes of macaroni just going like, what the heck's going on here? These cheesy bits, these extra shards, are going to hold it together, okay? So that's one there. I'll probably do like 4 more. I'm going to stick these in the freezer just for the time being. Boston, sit down, mate. I got the panko breadcrumbs out. Let's get really excited. You like them? Anyhow, I'm just going to season it. So wet hand, straight in there. Keep your wet hand wet and your dry hand dry. Re-dunk, straight in. And that is one super coated mac and cheese ball. And only a little bit of mess. These are going in the freezer whilst I clean my basket. And I think I'm only going to have space for 2. So here we go. Let's just open this. Ooh. Oh, they're holding their shape. Oh, look at that. Wow. Yeah, that oil got a little bit more of a hammer in then. Oh, oh look at the cheese. Yes. Oh, that is sensational. The crunch is fantastic, all warm through. Apparently it's nice to dunk it in a bit of marinara sauce, which I just happen to have lying around, as you do. What I love though, oh my gosh, apart from the mac and cheese trying to fall out, is the neatness of it. The basket, which I've just put over here, I'm about to clean it up. There's minimal cleaning on there, it's all held it together. And the oil itself isn't that dirty. There's a little bit of speckles from the crumb that's come off as it's cooked. But if I pour that, once it's cooled a little bit, through a sieve, back in there, I can reuse it for fried Coca-Cola. Just to say folks, most of these recipes can be done or adapted to be in an air fryer, but obviously for the video I'm doing today, the point of it just wouldn't make any real sense. So look out for an air fryer version, maybe a clone of this video coming up. So let's make these cola dough balls, and it needs a cola syrup. So I'm just gonna, first of all, reduce down some cola. So a frying pan, and we're just gonna warm this for about 15 minutes, simmer it, to reduce it down. The hardest thing out of cleaning all this was just the screen, so I need to probably give that another wipe. It's a little bit murky. All right, so we'll just leave that to reduce down a bit. We might as well make the dough. Now for that, we grab ourselves a bowl and put in 3 eggs. Sugar, 500 ml of Coke, separate from that syrup that we got going on. All right, nice cola inspired color. But if we stick that in the fryer, it's a little bit too wet at the moment. I don't even want to think what could happen to it. So baking powder, flour. I think I'll end up using it all. Just gonna fold it through. That is still so wet that I'm gonna add the rest of the flour in all in one go. I'd rather it be too thick. Hopefully you can see in the background, that's still simmering away. Life is good. Well, it is for you. I'll tell you a story actually. This is genuine. The garden kitchen, which I might call the dojo in my garden, right? That I'm gonna do loads of filming in there. Still filming here a bit, but live streams, like just loads more content. Purpose built for me, right? Had my windows and doors delivered. They delivered the frame, but the glass was like 100 ml too small. It didn't fit in the frame. So we left it in there so we could still keep like doing other things inside. This morning I got a little bit slow starting because I had to wait for them to deliver the new glass. The guy turned up with the new glass. Same blooming size, wasn't it? So I've literally got a window in the garden with like a huge gap. So I'm praying, English weather as well, that it doesn't rain. Otherwise all the plasterboard in there is going to get drenched. There we are. I'm happy with that. It's nice and smooth. It's still got some movement in it because apparently, as the Coke still reduces down, we don't want the basket for this. So I've cleaned that. We can use that for our fried ice cream. Yeah, this one, we turn it on. Right back, get that power right up there to the 190C again. 3 dots, lid down, where we're gonna drop in dollops. So the moment it hits that oil, it will hold random shapes of fried cola. Out of context, that sounds really random, but I'm extremely excited. Mentioned on Twitter this morning that I bought the salad out of guilt, and as it turns out, a lot of you want to see me fry the salad. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Blimey, that's reduced down loads. So we'll just let that cool down, do its thing. All right, my first one's gone in. Gonna go for like 4, I think, just to be sure. Remember, it's got the baking powder in there as well, so it's puffing up lovely. Oh, look at that, that's huge. I think I made a seashell there, look at that one. A nice light golden color, oh my gosh. But the moment it comes out, apparently, ice and sugar on again to let it kind of soak into it as it cools. Looks like fried chicken. Nice and soft in the middle, and you're getting a nice vibe of the cola there. Not quite strong enough, it needs to be laced on there, which is why I guess we do this. And I'm just pouring over the cola syrup now. Now apparently you can put cherries on it and cream. I haven't got, oh my gosh. I haven't got cherries. Well, I've got whipped cream. I feel like it was that lick of cola syrup that's gonna just take it up a notch. Oh, and it's soaked into some of it as well. That is outrageous. That is now fried cola. Before I was like, oh yeah, I can sort of taste it. That syrup on there, boom. Right, last up, fried ice cream. I think Boston and I are gonna go for quite a long walk after this video. Same oil. My basket's back. And there is our ice cream ball. Every single second counts, so straight in. It does doesn't need long in there apparently, just to firm up that crust. But I feel like the frozenness has shocked the oil, so it's not cooking as fast as other things. You just don't want it to melt in the middle. You want that crunch and that soft inside. And that has been about 90 seconds. Oh, it looks like a Scotch egg. Oh, it's soft. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's weeping. It's weeping. Little bit of strawberry sauce. Let's have a look. Oh, it was all this side. Look at that. You got the crunch and the ice cream is still slightly frozen, the warmth around the edge. I have to try this right now. Mmm. What a day. This thing is outstanding. The crunch of those cornflakes, and then you just hit that frozen ball. It's such a weird, confusing texture of like crunch, but then heat and cold, and like, what? So good. Like, so good. So scattered around my kitchen is the frozen ice cream, the frozen cola, the Oreos right from earlier this morning, and the mac and cheese. If I had to pick a favourite, it would have to be, just for the quirkiness, the cola. It tastes amazing. The syrup drenched on there with the cream in this, like, Mrs. B's gonna hate this is a gin glass. It worked so well. So remember, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure your notifications are turned on. I will give this very one away to Patreon and sign it and order a new one for myself. So if you're a Patreon, good luck for that. That's it. Any cool gadgets you've seen, do let me know down below. Check out the rest of the videos here on the channel. And I am now gonna walk Boston for at least 5 minutes. See you later.
If I take you to my crib, you'll be in for a thrill. I'll be spitting on the menu, chuck some food on the grill. I like to do my cooking at 10 to 9. You can do it anytime and you'll be just fine.
I guess the question is not, can you fry salad? It's, should you fry salad? Especially, I genuinely want this. This is a little bit of my lunch, although I have had a fair bit to eat. Here we go. That was very dangerous. Is this a new spin-off channel? Should you cook? And then ... Wow. See that? Oh gosh. That is carrying the oil so much. It's absorbed loads of it. Oh, I did read though, that when you go to a Chinese restaurant and you think you're having seaweed, but it's one of those things, like someone told me and I've told like loads of people, but apparently it's like chopped up kale fried in a Chinese restaurant rather than seaweed. And a bit of sugar like that. And that doesn't taste far off it, to be fair. There we go, so well, I don't really need a lunch, but that's Twitter. Thanks for that.